Rise and shine, McAllister. Welcome to Harbor Mountain Coffee House at 224 South 3rd Street in McAllister. Come have a cup of joe with us and enjoy the show. You're tuned in to Coffee with the Coach, brought to you by Tanny Hill Furniture, Dowdery Pharmacy, Reagan Auto, and Dobson Fiber. Live on KNED, 1150 AM, 98.3 FM, as well as video streaming on YouTube. I'm your voice of the Buffaloes, Brandon Green, and tomorrow night, POTAC returns as your McAllister Buffaloes welcome their arch rivals, the Ada Cougars, to the Hook for the first time since 2019. Be sure to come on out and be loud, as it is also Hall of Fame night. If you are absolutely unable to make it, you can listen on KNED 1150 AM, 98.3 FM, the KNED app, or online at McAllisterRadio.com. Video streaming near kickoff on the McAllister Radio YouTube channel. But make sure that you come on out because you won't want to miss McAllister against Ada. Now, with all that said, let's welcome the head coach of the McAllister Buffaloes, Forrest Mazey.
Glad to be here, back again. Ready to rock and roll.
All right, so before we talk about the big matchup on Friday, huge win on Saturday on the road trip down to Louisiana against Scotlandville 35-20. Thoughts on the game?
We knew they were going to be a really athletic team. I think they were 8 or 9 in the highest classification there in Louisiana. Loaded with athletes, big offensive and defensive line, good talent. We thought we could do some things. We thought we could wear them down a little bit. We feel like we're in pretty good shape. We feel like we're pretty tough, and that's what we're going to try to lean on with a team like Scotlandville. You know, the athletes they have. Obviously, if they get out there and run, we're not going to be able to catch them. I mean, and we're pretty fast, and that's just reality. So we knew we had to play our game and do some things, and we did a good job of that, of executing. I think in reality, you know, we give up a fumble 6 first play of the game, and otherwise it's a 35 or 42 to 14 ball game instead of 20. But that's why they play the game, and we were able to overcome some issues and some execution woes, and then do what we needed to do.
One of the big news, obviously, of the game on Saturday was Eric McCarty breaking a 26-year-old record, just about as old as me by about 4 months,
right,
for rushing touchdowns in the McAllister career. He said at the beginning of the season, you know, he's not chasing records, but he's chasing that gold ball. But seeing him through his 4 years, what do you think that means to him and means to you?
I just think it's starting to culminate, his career as a Buff, and at the end of the day, as long as he plays hard and does things behind our offensive line and doesn't try to do too much, then he'll be just fine, and he'll have a few records when it's all said and done, and moving on in his career after that. And, he just wants to leave his mark, as a Buff. So I think he's doing a good job of that and staying humble while doing it.
One thing that impressed me, y'all dominated the time of possession. I mean, 77 plays to 48 plays. But a lot of that is credit to your defense, like you were saying, getting them off the field, getting your offense back the ball, especially considering the opposition. What you think about the way the Black Death defense played?
I thought they played well. We put them in a couple bad situations, with a couple things, with a busted. It really wasn't a busted coverage. It was a busted call on our end. Put our kids in a bad situation, the one touchdown. And then, then the great effort right before half for Blaze to go down there and make that tackle on the sideline after I thought he was going to score. And just great effort. That's the thing I thought our defense had was great effort all night, even when it was hot. You thought you might pass out. It was hot. I mean, if you were down there on field level, it was super hot, and like I said, I thought the defense did well. I thought the offense was able to gut up. Our special teams did a good job. I just think it was a full team effort with some toughness that they had to really grasp onto for that second half.
Caden Lesnell, impressive in the first half. Impressive all game, but definitely in the first half with 3 touchdown passes there alone. But he also spread the love, receptions to 6 different receivers. Thoughts on the passing game?
It's coming along. I think we're I won't say a work in progress. I think it's just athletes being athletes and doing what we need to do. We're very controlled in what we want to pass, in our passing game. And Caden's doing a good job of that. He had to step in and be the sole guy with Lance going down with his injury. So there wasn't, there was no shared reps there. It had all fall on his shoulders a little bit. And I thought he did a good job of stepping up and controlling the game and keeping the ball in our possession for the most part. Obviously, you said the time possession, the 77 to 40-something plays. Well, we're a stay in the front of the chains team. They were going to try to be an explosive team, and I feel like we can win ball games like that.
I think 7 out of the first 8 third downs you guys converted.
Right,
So
right.
that really helps out with
Huge
that as
conversion.
well. Also, you mentioned Lance. How's he been feeling?
Good,
Scary
good.
side on Saturday. How's he been feeling?
Yeah, feeling great. No pain. Coming along nicely. Won't be available this week, but I think he'll be available in weeks to come. After the bye week too. So he gets a couple weeks to heal and move on to get healthy for the district slate.
All right, and it also seemed like the rushing game had a really nice bounce back from week 0. What's your assessment on how the O-line performed? As we got a couple of them they're going to be talking here in the next
Much
break.
much better. Still a lot to fix, obviously. I mean, but I think they did a really good job of actually seeing some double teams, seeing some things. We're still pulling a little wide. way too wide. Even in practice, we never get an outside linebacker on power, and we did that yesterday in practice. So I just saw the notes yesterday, and he's mad at me for saying it, but yes, it's true. We are very critical of those young men up front, but because, and I'll say this, the reason why we're critical on those guys is it doesn't matter if you have Eric running, it doesn't matter if you have Dakota Moten or Blaze Ball or really Eric Dickerson. Those guys have to perform up front for us to be successful, and that's why and I won't say critical, we critique it very well to make sure that we're on point on what we need to do and who we need to at least try to block. Keeping our eyes up, not burying our head before the snap, because defenses move pre-snap, and as long as they know where they're going and try to get there with great effort, then everything will work itself out. But we got to know where we're going, so we're very critical of those guys, and because we go as they go. I used to say we go as they're your stud, or we go as your quarterback. We go as our O-line goes, and that's just the reality of it.
And speaking of which, lineman of the week?
It was Sean Woods, believe it or not.
All right, and scout team player of the week?
We actually it was the multiple kids, so we decided to give it to the full offensive line. The offensive group actually, because we had to do some different things, and we're trying to spread the ball around. We're doing a new deal where we try to give out, if somebody makes a big play on scout team, we automatically give a helmet sticker out after practice.
Sweet.
So we're trying to incentivize being a great scout team player. On top of being a scout team player of the week, we get if you make a big play, we're trying to give you immediate recognition and immediate reward right then.
Awesome. All right, with that, we'll sneak aside for our first time out. This is Coffee with the Coach inside of Harbor Mountain Coffee House, back with player interviews here after a quick word from our sponsors.
Since 1936, Dobson Fiber believes in delivering the latest technology to the communities it serves. That's why we continue to invest in our own all-fiber network to bring your business the fastest internet speeds available. You won't believe the speed and reliability that only fiber can provide. Plus, you work with local people who know your business with 24/7 technical support. Think Dobson Fiber for all your business internet and phone needs. Dobson Fiber, fast, reliable, local.
Reagan Auto in McAllister is now offering a winterized special, which consists of a coolant flush starting at $129.99 with a free battery check. Purchase a set of tires and ask about their complimentary alignment check and road hazard options. Stop by Reagan Auto at 306 East Wyandotte Avenue in McAllister or call 918-715-3236. That's 918-715-3236.
Dougherty Pharmacy at 622 East Wyandotte, formerly known as The Medicine Shop, offers free delivery in the McAllister area. We are a 340B pharmacy, and we are a compounding pharmacy as well. With all that, Dougherty Pharmacy also has fast, friendly service. We make it easy to fill your prescriptions. Drive up, come in, or let us deliver to you in the McAllister area. That's Dougherty Pharmacy, 622 East Wyandotte, McAllister. Dougherty Pharmacy is a proud sponsor of Buffalo football.
Tannehill Furniture and Mattress is proud to support our McAllister Buffaloes. For over 30 years, Tannehill Furniture and Mattress has been your one-stop shop for all of your furniture and mattress needs. Offering quality recliners, living room sets, bedroom sets, dining room sets, and mattresses, stop by Tannehill Furniture and Mattress today and make yourself at home. Tannehill Furniture and Mattress, 5 South 5th Street in McAllister. Go Buffs! Have a great season.
Mountain Coffee House has your coffee and tea needs covered. They offer a variety of espressos, frappuccinos, and drip coffee, as well as smoothies, chai teas, and an assortment of breakfast sandwiches and pastries. There's wireless internet too. Harbor Mountain Coffee House, 3rd and Wyandotte, McAllister. Open 6 a.m. till 6 p.m. weekdays, 8 a.m. till 4 p.m. Saturdays. Or visit us 7 days a week at Harbor Mountain To Go in Tandytown, or at our newest location at 418 B South Georgia Line Expressway, which is open 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. weekdays and 8 a.m. to 9 p.m. on weekends. For those on radio, there was your Buffalo drive of the game from last week's 35-20 win over the Scotlandville Hornets, answering back from a long Scotlandville touchdown that made it a one-score game. It was 15 plays long, covering 70 yards in the span of 6 minutes and 17 seconds, and included overcoming a 3rd and 18 and had 5 first downs. It was capped off by that 5-yard touchdown pass from junior quarterback Caden Lusnow to junior wide receiver Carter Lance, the second time that game that the two linked up for points. Welcome back to Coffee with the Coach from Harbor Mountain Coffee House on 3rd Street in McAllister. This year's show is brought to you by Reagan Auto, Dobson Fiber, Dowdery Pharmacy, and Tanny Hill Furniture. We now welcome to the show a couple of Buffalo seniors, Sean Woods and Connor Fields. Welcome to the show, guys.
Hey.
Hey, what's up? How you doing?
Pretty good, yeah.
Good. Hey, so I can already tell by the way that you've been talking to Coach Mazey, both of y'all, I'm going to have to take it a little bit hard on you for the first couple of questions, okay? Let's get started off with this one, and this question's for both of y'all. Do you believe that the plural of buffalo should be buffalo, buffaloes, or buffalese?
What? I didn't even hear the question.
What should the plural of buffaloes be?
Should it be buffalo, buffaloes, or buffalese?
Buffalo.
Not buffalese?
I like
It'd be kind of weird.
Yeah, I like buffalese. That sounds cool.
Could you imagine, like, the PA hearing that running out on the field Friday?
It's the buffalese.
That's the buffalese.
I mean, I like it.
Hey, you always hear NFL players talk about every single year. They say, I'm in the best shape of my life. Are y'all currently in the best shape of your life as of 8/12 on this Thursday, September 8th?
I feel like there's the truth in what people want to hear.
So what's the truth?
I think I was in better shape last season, but, you know, I mean.
It is what it is.
Yeah, I mean, it's early on. I think I'll get more in shape.
I'd definitely say I'm in better shape this year than I am last year.
Well, see, I mean, I was going to know, as of like this moment, are you in the best shape of your life? Like this moment, while you're sitting down on the couch?
Definitely not.
I was about to say, because I just saw you drink some coffee over here. I mean, it gets your day started off right, but you're going to have to run it off.
Nah.
Hey, let's go ahead and let's talk about something that we spoke with Coach Mazey about. But again, I feel like y'all are sometimes the unsung heroes when it comes to records that are being broken. Talking about the record broken by Eric about the touchdown runs in the career. You guys are seniors as well. You kind of helped pave the way for him to get some of those touchdowns. What does that record mean to y'all as well?
Gotta have our running back looking good, you know.
Yeah.
Like,
got to keep him clean.
I mean, pretty much, yeah. I mean, I don't really care about records too much, you know.
Right.
It's more of like an other people thing. I mean, yeah.
As long as we win, I'm happy.
Yeah, same. I'm more go out there to win.
Yeah.
I don't really care about everything else.
It's like to hear. Hey, y'all got to play on a D1 stadium, their field on Saturday. Tell us about that whole experience.
The turf sucked.
Yeah.
Louisiana Heat's not very fun, is it?
No.
So the experience of playing in that kind of stadium was just swamped literally over by the heat that you guys had experienced.
Yes, for sure.
Did you feel like you were in a telephone booth and milk was a bad choice?
Yeah. That's exactly what it felt like.
This is a question I like to ask every senior class that faces Ada because this is a long-standing rivalry. It spans many generations, and they still talk about it to this day, myself and my dad included. What does the Ada-McAllister rivalry mean to y'all?
Okay, yeah, I guess I got to go first. I mean, I don't really know what to say. I mean, it's a rivalry.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, I've only been at McAllister for 3 years, so, I mean, I haven't really grown up hating Ada. So, I mean, I don't like them because they're the other team, you know?
Right.
Like, I go out there and I play to beat them,
right.
like every other team.
I like to hear that as well. So here's our final question that I have for you guys. It's always a fun one. As a lineman, like you're saying, you don't always get to have a chance at a touchdown. And people that do get touchdowns, they don't get to do this anyway. But I'm putting you all on the spot. I know that it's hard for you to hear kind of on the other side. But if you could have one touchdown celebration, what would it be? Use your creativity here.
I don't know. I'd hit the gritty.
Why did I feel like one of y'all was going to say that?
I mean, I don't know. I've recovered 2 fumbles, so one of these times I think I'm going to just pick it up and take it in.
That's what I would do. I mean, why not? When you get a fumble recovery, do a fumble recovery dance. Why not?
They were on the opposite side of the field, so I couldn't quite pick it up and take it because, I'm fat and tired,
Just be better.
I mean, but one of these times it's going
to be Hit the gritty back to the sideline.
One of these times it's going to be on the 5-yard line. I'm going to just pick it up and take it in.
Well, here's the deal. If you recover a third fumble, I want you to hit the gritty and then point it to the press box, and I'll say I got you.
Yeah, I'll make sure to do that.
Thank you. How about you, Connor?
I don't know. I feel like I'd end up getting a flag called on me.
Well, that's what I'm saying though. If you could not get a flag called on, are you telling me that you'd pull the Randy Moss in the end zone disgusting act by Joe Buck?
Oh, for sure.
Oh my goodness!
I'd definitely pull a Randy Moss on that.
I would resuscitate a football. Is what I would do. That's always my go-to. I did that during a flag football game when I was in 7th grade. People didn't like it too much.
Stud.
Thank you guys and good luck against Ada.
Thank you.
All right, those are Buffalo seniors Connor Fields and Sean Woods. You're tuned in to Coffee with the Coach. Don't go anywhere. We'll speak on the Cougars next here on KNED.
Since 1936, Dobson Fiber believes in delivering the latest technology to the communities it serves. That's why we continue to invest in our own all-fiber network to bring your business the fastest internet speeds available. You won't believe the speed and reliability that only fiber can provide. Plus, you work with local people who know your business with 24/7 technical support. Think Dobson Fiber for all your business internet and phone needs. Dobson Fiber, fast, reliable, local.
Reagan Auto in McAllister is now offering a winterized special, which consists of a coolant flush starting at $129.99 with a free battery check. Purchase a set of tires and ask about their complimentary alignment check and road hazard options. Stop by Reagan Auto at 306 East Wyandotte Avenue in McAllister or call 918-715-3236. That's 918-715-3236.
Dougherty Pharmacy at 622 East Wyandotte, formerly known as the Medicine Shop, offers free delivery in the McAllister area. We are a 340B pharmacy, and we are a compounding pharmacy as well. With all that, Dougherty Pharmacy also has fast, friendly service. We make it easy to fill your prescriptions. Drive up, come in, or let us deliver to you in the McAllister area. That's Dougherty Pharmacy, 622 East Wyandotte, McAllister. Dougherty Pharmacy is a proud sponsor of Buffalo football.
Tannehill Furniture and Mattress is proud to support our McAllister Buffaloes. For over 30 years, Tannehill Furniture and Mattress has been your one-stop shop for all of your furniture and mattress needs. Offering quality recliners, living room sets, bedroom sets, dining room sets, and mattresses, stop by Tannehill Furniture and Mattress today and make yourself at home. Tannehill Furniture and Mattress, 5 South 5th Street in McAllister. Go Buffs! Have a great season.
Welcome back to Coffee with the Coach, brought to you by Tannehill Furniture, Reagan Auto, Dougherty Pharmacy, and Dobson Fiber. I'm your voice of the Buffaloes, Brandon Green, at Harbor Mountain Coffee House on 3rd Street in McAllister. I'm live alongside McAllister Buffalo head coach Forrest Mazey, and this Friday night, POTAC is back. This is the 97th edition of the rivalry, but the first game in this rivalry was 107 years ago, back in 1915. Since then, 26 games have been decided by a touchdown or less. Ada leads the all-time series 63-32-1, but McAllister has won 7 of the last 9, including last year when the Buffaloes won 42-14 at Coyisto Stadium, Norris Field. This will be the first matchup at the Hook since 2019. Coach Mazey, it's now time for Guess That Play.
Give me the business.
All right, so we go back to that POTAC matchup from last year.
Okay.
I'm not going to make it 19, but we'll make it last year. A little bit easier on you. The Buffaloes lead 28-14, 6:25 left to go in the game. Buffs have the ball on the Ada 34-yard line. Left hash, driving towards the south end zone, which is where the video board is at. It's first down and 10.
First down and 10. Left to our hash, to our sideline?
It's to your sideline, yes.
Ooh. I think And it's a touchdown, correct, from the 30?
I will give you that. It's a touchdown. Normally, I'll let you know if it's not a touchdown just because, normally you guys score touchdowns.
It's 28?
It's 28-14.
I think that's where Dakota Moten takes it up the left side for a touchdown.
Is that your final answer?
Yeah, it is.
All right, let's go ahead and let's play it on
Snap
the radio.
handoff, Moten off the left side. He's got open grass. Cuts it left. Now he's down the far sideline. 15, 10, 5. Pay
Why
dirt.
can you go-
McAllister scores.
We missed that at the beginning. Yes, Dakota Moten.
Okay.
Dakota Moten, he's the one that scored that touchdown right
Correct.
there.
I knew it.
All right, Coach.
That's 3 for 3.
That's 3 for 3.
You're going to have to get better.
I know I'm going to have to get better. I should have picked 2019. I knew I should have.
I have all those in my mind, too.
So do you do film
No.
the night before for?
No, I just literally almost remember everything.
I was about to say, you said that you were up till 5 o'clock in the morning after Broken Bow.
That's usually just watching the mess-ups or trying to figure out what we did wrong or just kind of going over everything in my head.
Well, I didn't know if you took till 4 o'clock on that game and then the extra hour there was for guess that play.
No, I don't mess with that. I usually the guess the play is all by my memory bank. Sometimes I'll miss it though. I mean, if we scored if it was a Tulsa Hell game, I probably would remember every one of those.
Mm-hmm.
But if it's a big district game, I usually kind of remember all the touchdowns.
Not bad, Coach. Speaking of, it's not a big district, but it's a big game. POTAC week. How's practice been on the short
Been really
week?
good. Very, very focused. Obviously, short week for us in prep because you come back on a Saturday, you have to get their legs back. I've really liked their focus. I've really liked the thought process. They want to win this one. It's one of them games where you want to win big, and you want to win it any way possible.
All right, well, you're looking at Ada. What do you think about the Cougars and the time that you've got to prep for them?
Better. They're better coach. They got a coach. The coach has been there for a year, so he's rolling pretty good. He's got them playing harder, believing. I think you put them through a good workout this summer, and I think they'll be a good, formidable opponent. Beat Ardmore, beat a good Ardmore team, 35-18. Looked way more polished than Ardmore and more ready to go, more prepped.
And also, like I said, they bring back a lot of players from last year. I think 9 starters on both sides of the ball. But one connection that's been getting stronger since they played y'all last year, that connection between quarterback Carter Freeland, their wide receiver Andrew Hughes. In both games this season, you've had dynamic duos in the passing game that you faced, Brumley and Whitfield, and you also had T-Sit and Hubbard last week.
Yeah.
Do you feel like you are better prepared for that defense now since you faced the first 2 dynamic duos?
I do. I think they want to get it to him and their explosive plays. No question about that. So we're going to try to limit his explosive plays, make the quarterback hit some other targets, make some other people do those things because they're going to want to get it to him. He's a big, long kid. Same kid that was their deep threat against us last year. So we want to try to eliminate the big play with them. If they're going to score, they need to drive it on us and sustain a 17-play drive, a 10-play drive, an 8-play drive instead of 1 or 2 or 3-play drives is what we're trying to get.
And also, they bring a talented transfer in DeMondre Patterson that they didn't have last year, who's already gotten an offer from Marshall, getting some D1 looks. What does he kind of bring to the table for the Cougars?
I think he brings a lot of speed, a little edge speed that obviously we see it last week. I mean, so it's going to be comparable to that. As far as his speed, he's a 10-700 kid. But the difference between football and track is you got some people trying to hit you, and so we're going to try to make him hear some loud noises, and we'll see how he responds to that.
And that's why we got to show up over to the Hook on Friday, everybody. Last game before the start of district play, besides a win, of course, what do you want to see from the Buffs?
I want to see us play a complete, clean game. I want to see how we do offensively with a complete, clean game with little mistakes, because even with last week, even as well as we played, we still had a lot of mistakes. So I'm anxious to see us with few mistakes.
I was about to say, because there's a lot of drives that, and you talk about being maybe a 3-score game, there were 2 or 3 other drives where you're on their side of the 50 and just penalties stalled it.
Penalties and things like that. And if you look at Ardmore, they did the same thing. They could make it 7-7, but there was a holding call, and to back them up before long 3 straight penalties, and they're snapping it from their own 30 instead of Ada's 30.
Right.
But this is what you can't do, and I want to see if we're able to put a complete game together with no penalties or very few penalties and very few mistakes. How big could we win? Plus, they did some things. Ada's getting back to where they're hated. I'm not a big fan of this coach they got. He's a good football coach. I'm not saying that, but he's done some things, cutting clips from trade film, stuff like that kind of fire me up a little bit. You know, that's to me. I'm excited to play. So I want our kids to dominate the game.
That's happening tomorrow night. Kickoff at 7:30 on Friday. KNED, 1150 AM, 98.3 FM, KNED app, and McAllisterRadio.com. YouTube tab for the video stream. But like we said, make sure you come on out on Friday. You're not going to want to miss, again, McAllister against Ada. So, again, it's going to be Hall of Fame night as well, so our pregame show will begin at 6:45. You can listen while you're there as well if you want to do that. We're going to take a break. Coming up next from Harper Mountain Coffee House on 3rd Street in McAllister, we'll have one final break with Coach Forrest Mazey reading some of your questions. Don't go anywhere. You're on 1150 AM, 98.3 FM, KNED.
Since 1936, Dobson Fiber believes in delivering the latest technology to the communities it serves. That's why we continue to invest in our own all-fiber network to bring your business the fastest internet speeds available. You won't believe the speed and reliability that only fiber can provide. Plus, you work with local people who know your business with 24/7 technical support. Think Dobson Fiber for all your business internet and phone needs. Dobson Fiber, fast, reliable, local.
Reagan Auto in McAllister is now offering a winterized special, which consists of a coolant flush starting at $129.99 with a free battery check. Purchase a set of tires and ask about their complimentary alignment check and road hazard options. Stop by Reagan Auto at 306 East Wyandotte Avenue in McAllister or call 918-715-3236. That's 918-715-3236.
Dougherty Pharmacy at 622 East Wyandotte, formerly known as the Medicine Shop, offers free delivery in the McAllister area. We are a 340B pharmacy, and we are a compounding pharmacy as well. With all that, Dougherty Pharmacy also has fast, friendly service. We make it easy to fill your prescriptions. Drive up, come in, or let us deliver to you in the McAllister area. That's Dougherty Pharmacy, 622 East Wyandotte, McAllister. Dougherty Pharmacy is a proud sponsor of Buffalo football.
Tannehill Furniture and Mattress is proud to support our McAllister Buffaloes. For over 30 years, Tannehill Furniture and Mattress has been your one-stop shop for all of your furniture and mattress needs. Offering quality recliners, living room sets, bedroom sets, dining room sets, and mattresses, stop by Tannehill Furniture and Mattress today and make yourself at home. Tannehill Furniture and Mattress, 5 South 5th Street in McAllister. Go Buffs! Have a great season.
Welcome back to Coffee with the Coach, brought to you by Tannehill Furniture, Dougherty Pharmacy, Dobson Fiber, and Reagan Auto. Before we dive into some fan questions, again, our broadcast schedule for this week starts with POTAC this Friday at 7:30 with pregame at 6:45 on this station. Then on College Football Saturday, we have 3 games happening all around the same time, so you can take your pick which one you want to listen to. The Tulsa Golden Hurricane will try to bounce back from a tough double overtime loss when they welcome Northern Illinois to H.A. Chapman Stadium for a 6 p.m. kickoff. Pregame begins at 5 on KTMC AM 1400 and 96.7 FM. The Sooners host Kent State at the Palace at the same time on this station, KNED. Pregame set for 4 p.m. though, and the Oklahoma State Cowboys, like the two teams previously mentioned, are at home as well, facing Arizona State. The Polk broadcast will begin at 4:30 with kickoff at 6:30 on Rock 105.1. Now, with all that said, we have Coach Forrest Mazey. Final segment this morning. We're gonna read off some of your fan questions. Again, if you ever have one, DM us on Twitter at Buff Sports Radio or message us on Facebook at facebook.com/McAllister Radio. We're going to get started with this one. Dylan asks, in honor of POTAC, what do you consider to be the biggest rivalry in sports?
Ooh. If you want to go to, history, to me, is Army, Navy, or Harvard, Yale.
That's a good one.
People forget about Army, Navy.
That transcends sports.
To me, I think, it's that one. Because everybody can get behind Army, Navy. I don't care who you are. I don't care if you're an OU Sooner fan. See, if you're just a diehard OU, it's hard for somebody to get into something in the Big 12 or this region that's not OU, Texas,
right, or
Bedlam. But man, when I think of rival, I think of Army, Navy, and I just think to me that's one of the biggest ones.
It's not what it used to be, but me being a big Yankees fan, I'm a big Yankees-Red Sox rivalry fan.
Yep.
Because I just remember all the fights in the early 2000s.
A lot of fights. It's obviously OU Texas is huge, and especially this region. I could imagine, Miami, Florida State used to be gargantuan in those days, in their heyday. But I just think Army-Navy on the national scale, it's the end of the year. It's almost, it's late.
Only game that plays that day.
Right. It's the only game. It's the only one you can watch. And if you like football and like rivalries, then you have all the military there. You have the president there. You have everybody there that's prestigious, if you will, and it's just something special.
It seems like it's always cold, always snowing.
And it's always a physical game. They're playing for something. And a lot of those guys, they're not playing to go to the NFL. They're going, they're going to serve the country after they get done with that. So I think it's a beautiful, beautiful thing when it comes to that rivalry.
All right, next question. JT asks, who would win in a fight, a grizzly bear or a silverback gorilla?
I got to go with the gorilla just because of his movement and his ability to use his hands.
Right. And see, I asked this to somebody else, and they said, well, grizzly bears, they've got the claws. I'm like, well, silverback gorilla has the...
Yeah, he's got the... you got to think it's like a bear with human hands and 4 human hands, really, with the feet. And
true.
Pretty impressive if that silverback gorilla was able to get on that bear, which I think he would be able to with movement.
Todd asks, outside of football, what are you and your family's favorite things to do when y'all have the time?
Oh, man. Me and my wife just kind of get away and do us. If it's with the kids, I think my kids, they like to just go do things, anything. My daughter, they like spending time with family. I just, in any shape, form, my dad likes to take them out fishing or outside and do stuff. And then my middle one likes to work cows, because he gets a little money from grandpa. And so it's just being around family. For me and the wife, it's if we can get away and do us a little bit, we can. We like to do that. It's rare. It's a rarity with 4 kids, but it's something that we like to do.
Yeah. Well, we all know that you like the breakfast bagel over here at Harbor Mountain Coffee House.
Everything bagel with bacon, egg, and cheese is something special.
I'm telling you, you're getting them so much money right here just by explaining all that.
I'm telling you
bagel.
right now, that bagel is. If you just had the cream cheese, go ahead and get you some bacon and egg on there. Ooh.
Let's look at a different breakfast item. If you didn't get to stop by here, Jana asks your top 3 favorite cereals.
Ooh, well, believe it or not, my number 1 and my go-to is 100% Lucky Charms.
Lucky Charms is solid.
It's just my favorite. It has a good combination of sweet and not sweet. So that is my go-to, my 1, 2, and 3.
1, 2, and 3. I'm going to go Lucky Charms, and this is no particular order. Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
That's in there for me.
That's a good one. And on the border, we got Frosted Flakes or Fruity Pebbles.
See, yeah, the Fruity Pebbles and Cocoa Pebbles go hard in my house with my 2 kids. My 4 kids. My 2 older boys, it seems like that's a staple dinner item.
It's quick, it's easy.
Yes, and so the Cocoa and the Fruity Pebbles go really, really quick, and my Lucky Charms stay intact until my daughter wants the marshmallows. Katie
asks in our last question, what has your favorite play been while at McAllister? It could be offense or defense.
Ooh, man, my favorite play.
The one that's made you the most hype.
I don't know, probably the touchdown. One of the touchdowns that put us ahead against Guthrie. That second touchdown is probably when Eric takes it up the middle to the right. That puts us 2 scores ahead of Guthrie. I thought that really solidified the game for us and knew we were going to the semis. And believe it or not, I thought the semifinal matchup was going to be what it became. So I figured.
I'm surprised. I thought you were going to say El Reno.
I was kind of just numb.
I think everyone
was. I felt like Coach Samples at Duncanville when he got beat on the last second Hail Mary. If you pan to him in that video, he's just like, what just happened? And that's kind of how I felt because I'm just kind of in the moment. I'm not celebrating because you don't know if they're going to call incomplete. You don't know.
You're waiting for the flag to come out.
You're waiting for something bad. And the catch that Gavin had is probably one of the biggest ones of my career here, right on the 1.
It couldn't be more dramatic, and it's down at the 1-yard line with 6 seconds left.
And then they argue in the huddle about which way they're going to go after I told them which way to go.
It's something from a movie.
Yeah,
you couldn't write it better.
That's probably the most memorable game.
But
overall.
Play goes to McCarty with the Guthrie touchdown.
Just because I knew I knew more than like 80-90% sure that we were going. If we could just sustain now, we would be in the semifinals, and that would put us in the championship game.
All right, Coach. Is there anything else you'd like to add before we wrap it up?
No, it's just a big game. Ada's going to bring a big crowd, and we don't need to be outdone at the hook by any means. And I know we have good live stream, quality radio. But bring your phone and get in the stands and watch the live stream with